Hello everyone and welcome to Solshow. Today I am talking about an anime called AMAGI Brilliant Park. And this is a comedy series in which a local theme park is going to shut down, but our hero has to come in and save the day via some kind of prophecy or something and become manager of this theme park. And he has to zoo tycoon his way to saving the park and letting all the magical creatures that just happen to live in this park. It's a weird show. And he has to keep them alive, basically, by keeping this park open. So yeah, this was an interesting show. I do kind of like this PG movie plot where we have to save the park, and it actually makes you care about this random high school student being able to, because he's a super genius, save a theme park. And the characters for this thing are all great. The main character, Sir Kanye, as I like to call him, he is really kind of egotistical and kind of like this maniacal asshole, but he's got a heart of gold at the end of the day. The main female lead is this kind of monotone, very dry-witted, I don't even know what to call her, his second in command, who is basically taking care of the park whenever he's not around. And she was great. She's probably my favorite character in the show, not only because I really enjoyed her kind of dry humor. I just also loved these little, like, a lot of the best quips, a lot of the best physical gags are coming from her. And there's a bunch of other minor characters. Basically, in this park, there is these giant costume characters, but because they're from a magical kingdom, the costume characters are actually just that's how they are. There's this character named Fufu Momo or whatever, and he's just a giant bear creature with a hat. I don't know if he can take the hat off. It might just be surgically attached. There might be a brain up there for all I know. But these characters who are in the daytime being attractive carnival cute animals, at nighttime are getting drunk, are being perverts, fighting with guests. It's great. The best comedy is coming from these guys. On top of that, there is dragons, pirate seals, these 4 elemental dance singer chicks. There's a lot of really cool minor characters in this thing. And this show had a lot of things to do. Okay, we got our main cast who is trying to keep the park safe. We have all these minor characters that get actual time to develop and time to kind of do their own thing. Sometimes they'll have an entire episode dedicated to just like this one character, this group. And on top of that, we have like episodical like sketch comedy, like, oh, these characters are gonna go to the high school students thing. There's a fucking Dance Revolution episode. There's a fucking we're gonna go and get a fucking dragon episode. It's a lot of really interesting episodes and a lot of unique turns. And it's all super funny. Now, I've gone on record before to say when I usually watch comedy anime, I prefer to watch it dubbed. I watched this one dubbed. I thought the English dub for this one was pretty good. There's a couple characters who I don't know if it was the dub or if it was just maybe that character I wasn't completely vibing with. I'll give you one example, and this is probably more to do just with how I watch anime nowadays, but there's this princess character who is a literal princess, and basically if the park she's tied to the park is her energy, life. You've seen these before. And I thought she was a great character or whatever, but it is teased that there is a romance between her and the main character, and there is also, I guess, a love triangle situation due to the other female lead I was talking about earlier, who is a part of the love triangle. But guess what? I don't know if you've ever seen anime before, but the romances, they just don't work out a lot of the time. And in this case, where I was watching this very interesting tale of this girl, this princess, and as I was just watching it, I was like, and then there was teasing this romance, I was just kind of like, yeah, it's not going to happen. I'm not gonna get my full meal desire here. And why do I do that? Why am I watching anime and they're teasing romances and other plot lines, and I'm just like, yeah, I know where this is going, and it never gets fully realized, and I'm never happy about it, and I continue to watch them, and now I've just lost the expectation. Whereas when I was at least a early anime fan, I would have been like, yeah, where's the end of this? Not saying that they needed to have that, but I don't think they should have teased it if they're not going to do anything with it, because this show already had enough things to do, and when they don't fully realize little things like that, I just get upset. And I think there's enough comedies that are phoning in romances and other bullshit. They didn't need to focus on it. But why are you gonna tease it if you just want to play with my emotions? That's all I'm getting at. Fucking anime. But I think the biggest achievement that this show covers is it actually makes you give a shit about this park staying open. Basically, they need to get 500,000, I think, customers by such and such date, and you are really just holding in a mental part of your brain how many customers are coming in. You're actually like trying to like think of ways, how could this guy keep this park open? And you fully care about what he's trying to do. Every episode he tries to do another thing. So he's just throwing shit at the wall sometimes. He's a super genius plotting together this great plot whenever he's not doing that. And throughout the whole thing, you want him to win. You want these characters to see another day. You want them to be able to come into work in a week or so when it's all over. And it all just culminates in this big episode. Real good ending. I enjoyed the ending of the show. I can say that about only so many anime nowadays, I feel like. It was a really good show, and I just don't know what part of me just doesn't love it. Like, so many anime I watch nowadays, it's just a 7 out of 10. I feel like the baseline for 80% of the shows I watch, 7 out of 10. And this show, when I think about it, the animation, didn't do anything spectacular. The characters I really enjoyed, but about as much as every other 7 out of 10 show. And the plot, I think, is that one thing where I was like, yeah, this fucking stupid-ass park and this fairy tale creatures, something just clicked. And I just wish maybe a 24-episode show could have fully captured that, or if they would have done that romance, if they had done maybe a more unique art style, something would have tipped it over the edge and made it a great show, but I didn't see that here. But the show does mostly everything right. A lot of the character designs I really like. The comedy, I was actually laughing throughout the show. I can say that only so many times. The actual parts of the show which are trying to get you to care about it, where we're trying to amp up the drama, it's few and far between, but those little moments that they do that, I think work. And whenever they're not doing that, they're just trying to get the laughs in, make you enjoy these over-the-top characters who are doing over-the-top things, trying to get a smile on your face, which is the main thing that the show is trying to do. It succeeds in that. I will say that is the show's crowning achievement, that I had a smile on my face the entire time. And with all that being said, I'm going to give AMAGI Brilliant Park a 7 out of 10. It was a super fun show. I think maybe a second season, it will never come, but if it did come, that, if they just pulled it off right, might just be a great season and might be what I'm looking for. I do want to see these characters again, or read the manga, or whatever else I gotta read, because I just wanted more. Like, I felt like I got a taste of something that I would really enjoy. That being said, though, for now, this is it. I'm gonna see you guys next time. Thank you for watching, as always, and with that, I leave you.